So these are my second round last 16 predictions for the PDC World Masters, and what a tournament it's been so far. It's been rapid, hasn't it? It's been a rapid tournament, which I didn't know about because obviously I knew it was set Pierre, but I didn't know it was first to two heads in terms of the format. So I like that idea as well. I do like that idea. You're under pressure straight away. So but we're now in the second round. That's 16 games all today. Then obviously tomorrow is obviously finals day where it'll be quarterfinals, semi-finals and final. Which will be quite interesting, won't it? Playing 3 games on Sunday in a set Pierre format. Be quite interesting. So this is into all bracket order. Starting off then with Hugh Humphreys, then Josh Watt. Josh Watt beating the informed Jermaine Ottomina. Josh Watt starting to live up to that potential that he can bring, while Hugh Humphreys pretty much job done, wasn't it? And Stuart Cullen pretty much job done. Hugh Humphreys be one of the favourites to win this tournament because it is a set year format as well. And I do think Hugh Humphreys will win his first of all sets today in today's games. And I've done for Hugh Humphreys to win 4-2 against Josh Watt. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a very good game because we all know Josh Watt has that potential to be one of the best players in the world. Just hasn't shown it enough on TV. Up next then, we've got Damon Hatter against Durham Price. I really wanted to see Ross Smith versus Durham Price because they're both up to give it. But fair play to Damon Hatter, got over the line against Ross Smith. Durham Price, comfortable win over Florian Hempel, just what he wanted as well. I am done for Desi to win this against Damon Hatter. I'm done for Desi to win 4-2 against Damon Hatter. I think Durham Price is now starting to look like the Durham Price we all expect, the best version of Durham Price. And I even still think, even if the best version Damon Hatter turns up as well, I think Price still wins for me. Up next, Wayne O'Connor versus Danny Noppert. That was probably the one we did not expect in the last scene. I think Danny Noppert was one of them. He could have easily knocked Michael Smith out, and he did, Danny Noppert. Obviously, we now know the explanation about Michael Smith, why he's been struggling over the past year. He's been battling through injuries, so speedy recovery to him. But we all hope that Michael Smith is not going to turn into another Asian Uric, in my opinion. But he faces Wayne O'Connor. Wayne O'Connor, who got a very good win over Walt Cross. By the way, Walt Cross played well. He averaged over 103, but Wayne O'Connor, he played well as well. He played his best ever game, probably. Wayne O'Connor, who is a tough, solid operator. So I think it'll be a last set decided this one. Against Danny Noppert. I think both of them are quite solid operating players, aren't they? Both of them are probably the same players, aren't they? Where they don't excite in terms of over 100 average, but they are quite tough, solid operator players. But done for Danny Noppert to win this 4-3 against Wayne O'Connor, just because when players knock out top players like Walt Cross, they always tend to get knocked out in the fucking next round. So they're not fooling me. They are not fooling me with that. So up next then we've got Stephen Bunting, the defending champion, against Peter White. Peter White, who played well in his game against... Who did he beat? Kevin Dowitz, yeah, that was it. Where he beat Kevin Dowitz. Peter White played well. Average over 100. Hopefully that's a sign to come for Peter White, where we see the best version of Peter White as well. Because he is a touter on stage as well. Maybe the being booted out of the Premier League will probably suit Peter White, not having to play them many games. While Stephen Bunting, this gets better and better every year. Stephen Bunting, every tournament, he's getting better and better. Stephen Bunting, we've seen the progress, we've seen the progression in Stephen Bunting's game as well. And Stephen Bunting, yes we will, who is projected to finish in the top 4 to PDC Order Merit by the end of the year. I think he does get that, in my opinion, Stephen Bunting, and I think he's going to be more of a major winner to come as well, Stephen Bunting. I think he's definitely a future world champion as well. Just look at the following. Look at the following Stephen Bunton's dating as well. That's why he's in the Premier League, because he is so popular around social media. Because he's a bit of a TikTok clown. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. But he does a lot of TikToks, doesn't he? Where he does where the younger generation, like little kids, will start laughing at him and all of that. But it's not a popular following. It's popular, Stephen Bunton. And I think Bunton does beat Peter White, and I think Stephen Bunton beats Peter White 4-3. I think it'd be a tight game, actually. I do think it'd be a tight game, because I'm not ruling Peter White out, actually. Because Peter White starting to show his, the 100 of his game now more consistently now. Peter White. I think he did Bunton the game, but I think Bunton does pass Peter White. Up next, UK versus James Wade. James Wade beating Mike the Debtor. Very good win for James Wade. Easy job on Andy Burton. On Andy Burton's for UK. No respect to James Wade, but I think UK far too much for James Wade in this game. Far too much for James Wade to deal with. And I think UK wins this 4-1 against James Wade. I think Wade can definitely win the set, but that's the best version of James Wade can do, in my opinion. Because UK it's just a joke, isn't he? Just a joke, really, in a good way. Up next, Johnny Caton versus Wayne Searle. Wayne Searle defeating Chris Dobey. Didn't have much expectation that game. I don't think both players played that particularly well at all. I did expect better from both players. I expect a high quality contest. Johnny Caton, I wasn't shocked by him beating Martin Senior, because Martin Senior doesn't show his potential enough. Martin Senior's got the same potential as Josh Watt. Just doesn't show it enough in TV tournaments. So Johnny Caton, always a solid player. Johnny Caton, what performance as well. Well, to be fair, Martin Senior didn't play that badly, did he? He averaged over 100. Johnny Caton averaged, over 110? Crazy performance from Johnny Caton. I think that's the best he's ever played as well. But for this game, it's a tough one. But I have done for Johnny Caton to win 4-2 against Wayne Searle. I just still think Wayne Searle's very 50-50, isn't he? Very inconsistent, and Johnny Caton is normally consistent, so I don't think Johnny Caton to go through in that one. Mike Van Duren against Dimitri Van den Berg. Are you Mike Van Duren? Obviously, there's no more green shirt for Mike Van Duren. He's now wearing a Piat shirt, which was quite weird to see. He got the win over Bradley Brooks 3-1. While Dimitri Van den Berg got a very good win over Darry Hansen. Dimitri Van den Berg, who's been out of form for the past few months at the back end of last year, showed his A game against Darry Hansen and defeated Darry Hansen. Hansen didn't play that badly either, but Dimitri Van den Berg was on it in that game, and that's what Dimitri is capable of. Can he show it more consistently? Can he do it against Van Duren? Van Duren has had a good record in recent times against Van den Berg in big TV tournaments, and I've done for Mike Van Duren to get the win here against Dimitri Van den Berg. Van Duren seems to have that fire in his belly. So I've done for Van Duren to win 4-2 against Dimitri Van den Berg. And finally, Tyrone Menzies versus Nathan Aspinall. No disrespect to Tyrone Menzies, he got the job done at the end of the day against Dave Chisnell. But for me, he's going to need to be a lot more better against Nathan Aspinall. Nathan Aspinall, even though Aspinall is still having that injury, Aspinall averaged over 100 against Andrew Dillon. Very good win for Nathan Aspinall, very good performance, and that's why I've done for Nathan Aspinall to win 4-1 against Tyrone Menzies. And that's what I want to see from Aspinall. He is one of my favourite players, and when Aspinall's at his best, he is a very tough player to beat, and he's a scrapper as well, isn't he? And a battler at Aspinall. But yeah, I think Aspinall, I still question Tyrone Menzies' mentality in terms of bottle. I think Aspinall's not more bottled than Tyrone Menzies for me. So they're my second round last 16 predictions for the PC World Masters. Feel free to see your predictions down below in the comments, and see you all for the finals predictions tomorrow.